playing Farming Simulator 22 on Prairie Farms, Michigan, and since last episode, we finished up the oat harvest here. We still have all the straw to pick up, which we're going to start on here this episode. I'm just having auto drive here. Hopefully I finish unloading the grain cart here and the truck. I've already got the combine brought back to the shed here, so while auto drive's doing that, I've got both the baler and the rake brought up to the field here. Now, if I was going to do all the baling myself, I probably wouldn't have to rake this field. But let's face it, I probably won't be doing all the baling myself. I might be doing some. I'm just not sure how much. So just to be safe, everyone, I'm going to also rake this field. And then that way I can have auto drive, or I'm sorry, not, course play. Always getting auto drive and course play confused, Kevin. I can have course play run the same course as the rake, right? So anyway, we're going to get a course play course set up for that here in a minute. So let's get rid of that. And if we go to course here, 3.6, note, that is definitely not the right width. Also, speaking of width, whatever width course play does choose from this, I got to make sure I remember to like narrow it up here just a little bit, because yeah, it tends to miss a little bit on our hay field and alfalfa field for that matter. I really should recreate those courses and just get rid of them because they're a little bit too wide. Anyway, actually, let's disconnect, reconnect, and then that, yep, course play should now have the right width. So let's bump that down. Let's just make an even 9 meters. Probably a little too much maybe, but then we'll start on the center. 3 headlands, that should be good. Generate that course. Oh, and you know what? Let's save this course here as well. So this is field, what number of field is this again? 7? Yes, field 7. So let's create a folder here, field 7. And then we want to save the current course here. Into 7. And that'll be a 9 meter rake bale. And I suppose I should probably put just field 7. There we go, just to make sure. So field 7, 9 meter rake bale course, that should be good. First waypoint, drive the course. And then while course play's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and grab the baler here. I think I probably should have unloaded this baler here before I started. Oops, oh well. Just throw those last couple bales out on the field here. That's something I want to do this episode as well. I want to pick up the hay bales that are over on the hay field there, field 3. Again, this last time what I did is I keep going. That thought that course started down here. I guess not. Anyway, we waited 2 in-game days to mow that field. That one, the theory being supposedly that you will get more. Personally, from what I'm seeing, it looks like you maybe need to wait 3 in-game days, so I want to maybe try that next. So July, August, September. We mow the field here in September. Again, we'll see once that one. Of course, if we wait 3 in-game days, or 2, I'm not sure. We'll see once which one yet. Here, one. That means we need to be getting at least twice as much, right? Because otherwise, you just mow it every single day, and yeah, you'll get twice as much that way, too. Oh, yeah, okay, the start is up there, isn't it? Okay. I don't know why course they put it all the way up there, but hey, whatever. Well, in that case, let's grab the baler. We'll take the baler up there as well while we're at it. And also maybe double check to make sure everything's going good over by the truck here as well. Did add up a couple of hiccups here with the truck and auto drive with the grain cart. Everyone, just, you know, the typical stuff here. And actually, working fine now. No, I don't know why. Like, it got through almost the entire field. I never had to fix a single thing. Auto drive was doing really good. And then we got towards the end of the field here. And the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 times that the grain cart has tried to unload, it's done this. Or the other one where, you know, it fills up the truck leaves, and the truck comes back, and the grain cart's still not empty yet. That's a whole nother problem, but why are you not advancing? I mean, yes, I could move that up, but at the same time, I don't know if there's enough space left in that truck or not there to finish unloading this. I guess we'll find out. Okay, well, that's unloading. I'm going to grab the tractor. We'll head back up the other side of the field here, like I said. We'll get ready to start baling this field. And again, by the way, let's turn off edit mode here. I don't actually need that on. I'm going to bale this field, that one, The barns we have will take baled straw and convert that over into loose straw. And I think it's a lot quicker, at least I think anyway. I could be wrong in this one, but I'm thinking it's a lot quicker to bale this, haul the bales that way, than to try to haul this loose and haul it that way. I could be wrong on that, but that's just my thoughts here, and that's why we're trying it this way. So we are going to start baling. Wonder if that grain cart's empty here or not. Yeah, we got closer, and we'll find out. Once we have some loose straw, we'll have to bring that loose straw over to the cow barns. Again, the cow barns are in need of some loose straw for bedding. Which we actually should be able to see that one from the in-game screen. Here, speaking of which, out of curiosity, how are the cows doing? Looks like we're looking pretty good. Health good. Yep, health is good across all of them. 22%, 22%, 44, and 44. Nice. Not too shabby. I do say so myself. Looking fairly good on the feed. With that being said, of course, the feed does not really seem to be going up at all of once. So, at least from what I'm seeing, I think that means the barns are simply maintaining the amount of feed the cows need there. So, basically, the feeding system that's on these barns is keeping up, but it's not going more than what is actually needed. So, it'd be nice to actually see that number like go all the way full, and stay full, but I don't know if that'll ever actually happen here or not. I guess we'll find out, unfortunately, but oh, what do we got? 3 bales here so far? None on this one. Okay, well, we're just gonna raise that up, race down to the other end here. So raise it up. There it goes. Looks like that might be the only pass this happens on here. Maybe, well, I don't know. I guess we'll see once here. Right, they should all be spaced out about the same. I don't know why. It looks like the rest are closer together, but there we go. Back on track here again. Now, rake's not quite so far ahead now, is it? Okay, back to the cows here. Want to finish checking this out. So straw in that barn isn't too bad. That one's also pretty good. Looks like these other two here, though, are quite a bit lower, right around the 5,000 mark there. We also got, we got a fair amount of slurry in that one, 414,000. Wow. A lot of slurry in that one. 148. Those numbers definitely have gone up quite a bit here then, everyone. Because I think, was it 2 of these barns were like almost completely, if not completely empty here last time we spread manure. Speaking of spreading manure here, I should probably go check our grass field here too. See if we need any fertilizer on that or not. Oh, the truck's not back yet, is it? Okay. Actually, I think I see it over there. Would have thought he'd been done unloading by now. Should we go investigate? Yeah. We'll save that for another time, maybe. We'll see once here. Oh, and by the way, I was going to mention here, too, Evan, for those of you who maybe did not quite understand last episode's title, Harvesting Oats with Air Force One. I was curious if anyone would get the reference on that one there or not. So, again, I'm with this series here on Prairie Farms. As far as equipment goes, Evan, I decided to mimic, or at least as close as possible here, mimic the equipment of another farmer here that's on YouTube, a real-life farmer, that is. And the farmer I chose for that here was Larson's Farm. Now, they do have some questionable choices here in red tractors, but we'll try not to hold that against them too badly. They also don't have much in the way of hay or baling equipment, so we did have to add to their fleet on that one. But one of their combines, in fact, combine number 1, as far as I know of it, they term it as Air Force One. Not quite sure where they came up with that name. I mean, obviously, for those who don't know what Air Force One is the plane that the president rides on. That is the presidential plane. And apparently that's also what Larson Farms calls their first combine, or their first #1 John Deere S790 combine, because again, they got 2 of them. So I thought I'd explain that one for those of you curious where the name from last episode came from. Maybe didn't quite get the reference on that one. Anyway, over to the comments here. James was saying, I've had a lot of videos to catch up on. I've been in Dubai for the last 3 weeks. Hey, kind of cool. Working on a big fireworks show. Oh, that sounds like, that sounds really cool. James was saying he's working on a big fireworks show there in Dubai. Tomorrow is finally the day I go back to New York. I have a 14.5-hour flight to watch videos. Oh boy, there you go there, James. Well, it's hardly worth bailing this row, is it? Should probably really look to see if I can get a larger rake. Maybe that'd be a good idea here, especially when we're doing something like this. Oh well. Willie Vanilli was saying that thank you for the videos. Thank you very much for that. I like the name, by the way. Very interesting. Angus was saying happy days. Randy's going into the sugar industry. Lots of money to make, I hear. Love the channel. Always something fun to learn. Full to hear and see. Great videos always. Hey, thank you very much for that there, Magnus. Not entirely sure where you get the idea that we're going into the sugar industry, because we're not. Definitely not. Nope. Not one little bit. Not going into the sugar industry at all. I'm not sure if sugar beets are a common thing here in Michigan or not, but I know the last, was it 2? I think the last 2 Michigan maps, Evan, have all featured sugar beets quite heavily, it seems like. And at least around where I live, I'm not aware of any significant sources of sugar beets. At least on the side of the state I'm on here, it's mostly crops, corn and beans. Get some wheat, a few other miscellaneous crops. I know a few miles from where I live here, there's some lowlands as well, some really rich black soil. They grow some vegetables and stuff like that down there. But again, most of the fields around where I live here in Michigan have corn and beans, and of course some winter wheat. But corn and beans is definitely the big one. Let's see, going back to the discussion on that mower we keep talking about here last couple episodes. Randy was saying the YouTube video showed that mower on the back in reverse. Showed it on the back of the track. Okay, if I understand Randy correctly here. Great name, by the way. Just got a comment on that. Randy, great name. Might be a little partial to that one here or something for some reason. I can't imagine why. But if I understand Randy correctly, there sounds like the mower is mounted on the back of the tractor, and then the tractor's also going in reverse. So it's essentially about the same as mounting the mower on the front of a tractor. If you mount it on the back of the tractor, obviously there's a few tractors that are designed to have the seat inside the cab swivel, so you can actually face backwards and essentially drive forwards that way, right? And that would make sense, Emma, because typically the 3 points on the rear of a tractor, they're much more sturdy. Got a lot more lifting power, just a lot more power on the back of a tractor than there is on the front of a tractor, right, Evan? That could potentially explain the design choice there on that mower. Killen was saying, I've seen videos of overseas farmers mowing and then picking up the grass right away with a mower and a pickup and a 4-H wagon. I believe Farming Simulator 13 was made for the consoles. I remember it being on the PlayStation for free when 15 or 17 came out. Okay, so was Farming Simulator 13 maybe the first one for the consoles? I don't remember one. I thought it was maybe 15, but it might have been 13. Don't recall exactly, to be honest. Cheney was saying, I see triple mowers here all the time in Wisconsin. Most farmers run them to save time and get the hay cut faster. That means one mounted on the front, 2 in the rear that fold up. what I would probably myself, I would call more of a European style mower there. And again, as I said before, I don't know if I've ever really seen those style mowers over where I live here. Typically, it's more of your classic, swing style mowers mounted on the rear, or the self-propelled mowers. That's usually what you typically see. And when I say self-propelled, I'm not talking like the Krone self-propelled. We're talking like the John Deere, New Holland self-propelled. Completely different style than, say, the Krone. Left side, I think we're getting a decent amount of bales here off this field so far. And I don't know about you folks. Let's maybe throw this on course play here. Let's get rid of this course. We'll have course play start baling for us, and then we can start picking up some of these bales here. So field 7, 9-meter rake. Let's load up this course, activate it. Now we can just go to the nearest waypoint. That should be fine. Okay. You know what? Before we start picking up bales, let's see what's going on over here, man. Are we all good over here? Yes, we are. Let's, oh, it's already turned off. Cool. Just tell the truck to go drive the course here one more time. Finish unloading. Oh, actually, wait, he's empty already. I thought there was a little bit left in here. No, I guess not. Okay. Never mind, everyone. I thought we had a little bit left in the grain cart here yet, but apparently not. Or the truck, maybe I missed it. The truck already unloaded. Well, either way. Either way, we'll just take the grain cart back with us to the farm here. Once we're back by the farm, we'll go ahead and grab the pickup truck and our auto-loading bale trailer. We'll start picking up bales. We'll probably start over on the hay field here first, because again, I'm kind of curious, Evan, to see how many bales we got over on that field, to see if it made a difference or not. Again, we waited 2 in-game days before baling that field. And just glancing across the field, Evan, it looked like we had a lot more bales on it this time. I could be completely wrong on that, but just kind of looked that way. And back to the comments here, too, again, by the way. Chaney was saying the Big Bud 640 740 is going to have a new tractor built at the Rome Tractors in Georgia. Big old cat-powered tractor instead of the Detroit or the Cummins. Hey, that'll be kind of cool. So, again, for those of you who did not hear the news on this, and if you haven't, maybe go look it up. But they are going to be making a brand new Big Bud tractor here, apparently. Not sure how many they're going to be making. I guess we'll find out. But brand new Big Bud tractor. For those who don't know, Big Bud's, well, big articulated tractor there. Of course, still, as to my knowledge, holds the claim as the world's largest tractor is the Big Bud 747. For those of you who don't know, that's more than just a tractor. That is actually a tractor brand. And I have no idea how many different size tractors Big Bud had back in the day, everyone, but back in the day, Big Bud was actually a tractor brand, and they had, again, like I said, I don't know exactly how many different sized tractors. As far as I know, I think they were all articulated tractors, everyone. I'm not aware that they had any, normal style tractors, if you will. Okay, where's my auto-loading truck here? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, getting slightly concerned here. Can't find it. Okay, let's go pick up the bales here on the hayfield a minute. Nope. Let's not pick up those. Whoops. Should have known, everyone. Should have known. Let's turn that back off here a minute. And go ahead and get rid of those bales, because we don't need those. There we go. Didn't realize the auto load was actually turned on. Okay, now we can turn the auto load on here. And now, but folks, like I said, it looks like there's a lot more bales on this field here this time around than there was last time. I could be completely wrong on that, but... Nope, that was an autosave. I always get a little concerned about that when all of a sudden, I'm working on auto-loading bales and the game locks up first. I'm like, oh boy. Oh wait, nope, nothing serious this time. Channy was saying, why don't you put your course play lines above the tractor so you can see them a lot easier? That is true. You can actually do that, everyone. You can also do that with GPS and auto drive as well, for that matter, everyone. So all the various lines that you see with course play and GPS and auto drive, if you want to set them, you can actually have them set so they're actually above the tractor. In fact, some of them you can actually like configure heights if you want. So if you want a little bit lower, a little bit higher, you can actually do that. The default on, I think all of them, of course, is like near ground level, which is, to be honest, where I've just always typically left it. I guess I've never taken the time. Typically, I've never taken the time anyway to adjust it. There's been a few times, like if you're spraying and stuff like that, where I have, like, oh yeah, it is nice to bump up the GPS line, like up above the crops, you know, tractor eye level, so to speak, so you can actually see it. Let's see, Delingus Farms was saying, I Googled the yellow mowers and I saw that there was one on the front of a tractor, but it was driving in reverse and the seat was turned around. Okay, and that was, I forget who it was earlier. We read the same comment on that as well there, everyone. So someone else mentioned that. Let's see. I don't see any hay by this one, so we'll just drop it off here. Oh, I think we're a little too close here. He was also saying, I also saw one mounted to the front of the tractor with nothing being pulled behind, so I don't quite understand. Yeah, I don't quite understand that either, everyone. Not quite sure what the purpose of that is, but anyway. You know, of course, obviously, I can understand if it was set up in a, triple mower configuration, you got two behind, one up front. That makes sense. But just have the entire mower up front? I don't know. Not sure what the purpose of that is. Anyway. Okay, well, we definitely got one full load off this field here so far. Again, last time we had one full load, and that was it. Like 24 bales? Yeah, 24 bales this trailer holds. I don't know if there's going to be quite another full load here, but it's going to be close. Scott was saying the new version of Courseplay has a working version for the grain carts. Okay, so Courseplay does have the ability to run the grain carts here for combines again. Says it uses it flawlessly. Simply put the grain cart on the field, and it will have the option to unload the combine. It will automatically unload in a trailer as long as it's parked on the field. You have, of course, to unload the combine truck sitting on the field using auto drive. It will even unload into a double hopper bin trailer. Well, we might have to try this then, everyone. I don't know if the version I have... I've got the version that's on the official Farming Simulator mod hub, by the way. So for those of you wondering what version of Courseplay I'm running here, like I said, we might just have to try that. Oh boy. And then we got two more hay bales over on our straw field there as well, by the way, so we'll go grab those here in a minute. Let's see, Rabbit was saying, love your videos. Not sure if you're joking about your hate towards any brand that's not green. Oh, am I joking? Well, that's a good question. That is a good question. So, for those of you wondering, by the way, what's my favorite tractor brand? Well, that should be obvious. If I have to answer that question, I don't know. You folks clearly have not watched the channel long enough. But here's a question for you folks. You folks can maybe leave it down in the comments here. And maybe this will answer Rabbit's question. What is my second favorite tractor brand? And I believe I've mentioned it in videos, so a little trivia question here for you folks. What is my second favorite tractor brand? And then, of course, maybe we've got to add to that question as well. Second, what is also, I usually say it as my fifth, or at least that's in the top 5. What is my 5th favorite tractor brand? Let's see who's been watching the channel knows their RDAllen trivia here. Like I said, that should answer the question on that one there, hopefully. Okay, where are we going to bring these bales to? Oh, like actually the barn back here. I don't see any hay bales by that one. We'll drop them off by that one there. I mean, it doesn't look like they're in dire need of any hay. Gotta watch it keep jackknifing it here. Never said I was good at driving. I went, nope, never claimed that. Oh, let's turn that off too. Whoops. Will not unload into the barn if I can help it. There we go. Yeah, we'll just leave the bales up there for now. We'll go grab them at some point. Okay, then over to the hay, or no, the straw field. We'll start picking up the straw bales here. Like I said, we're going to put them in those barns back there. That will create loose straw from the bales that we can then store. And, of course, we'll have the loose straw as we need for the cows throughout the winter here. I'll have to make sure, too, next spring, when it comes time to plant again, we'll have to put down some more wheat or oats or something once we get more straw. We went through a significant amount of straw here last time around, I would have to say, everyone. Because, again, we had those buildings, at least the one building full, and the second one, I think, was like half full or something like that. Wait, what happened? Picked up the one bale. Backing up. There it goes. LOL Leaf was saying there is a combine unload feature with Horseplay, but I've never had much luck getting it to work. Well, like I said, we'll have to give that a try here sometime. See once how well it works here compared to auto drive. Again, as I've said before, but ever since Horseplay with Farming Simulator 19, I've kind of been more of an auto drive fan than a Horseplay fan. As you folks may or may not know, me and Horseplay, we're not exactly on speaking terms here sometimes. Mike was saying you should just leave the pipe out and it keeps the combine unloaded as long as the pipe isn't over fruit, which is the problem we kept having here last time. Every time we kept getting close to being full, or actually for most of the pass, we were basically over fruit the whole time. So I was like, really? We really didn't have a good test of that system here last time, unfortunately. The way it worked out, I guess. We ideally needed it to be the other way around if we could, but oh well. Okay, here's our first load of bales. Kind of the one thing that annoys me with this trailer. As soon as you fill up, it automatically goes to the unload. And then, of course, it positions that unload wherever you were unloading last. So, just one little, quibble with this trailer. Other than that, it's like the perfect trailer, if you ask. It works really nice. Picks up all the bale types, it seems like. You don't have to sit here switching which type of bale you have to pick up either. That's also really nice. So sometimes you got to sit here guessing, like, is it this? Is it that? No, it just picks them all up. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean it makes the most efficient use of space sometimes when it comes to some of the smaller bale types, but oh well, can't have everything, right? At least that's what they tell you. Speaking of telling you folks, I'm telling you folks, it is about time to wrap it up here for this episode, so we're going to go ahead and unload bales here a minute. I should have gone through the other barns here because it's over on this side. There we go. Let that unload here, and that should just... Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's right. Wrong side. Pull the straps on here. Quick minute. That's the load. The unload is over here. Even with the straps on, I think it'll still unload them. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Okay. Nope, we do have to take the straps off. Okay, good to know, bud. Take the straps off. There we go. And that just put however much. I think you can walk up here and see it, I think. 217,000 liters of straw into that building. So, unless we had like some sort of crazy OP forage wagon, everyone, there's no way we could haul that much straw in one go, right? So that's why I'm using the bales, everyone. Like I can haul almost 250,000 liters worth of straw in one go here with the bales. So I think it's a little bit quicker that way. I could be wrong. Maybe forage wagon would be easier, but anyway, like I was about to say, what I'm telling you folks, it is time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching, and till next time.